Well, this looks familiar. I was here in July of 1990. This is the way to Capernaum. We're getting ready to go on in and have a look around. This is the same road that we walked in on. I'll be curious to compare this with the shots that Dad has as we're walking on down toward that blue signpost in the distance. There's some new stuff here since I was here, and so this will be enjoyable. Alright, go ahead.
Located on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee, Jesus called Capernaum his hometown. No doubt he found comfort and solace here. Leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, Matthew 4. Here he chose Matthew or Levi, and here the two brothers Simon, Peter, and Andrew made their homes by the sea. Simon Peter's mother-in-law was healed here. Jesus eventually rebukes Capernaum for its unbelief. After the miracle at Cana, he came here with his family. The nobleman came from Cana, and Jesus healed his son here. Jesus walked on the water near here. Of great interest is the limestone synagogue built over the synagogue of Jesus and an octagonal church built over Peter's home. The Franciscans are on the site.
So here we are, we just walked inside. These are some of the ruins here of the old town of Capernaum. Coming on around, you'll start to see parts of the white synagogue that are sticking up over there. And then coming on around, the new church that they were constructing over here last. It's finished now, and it's being run by the Franciscans.
Come on.
And then across the way, the statue of St. Peter that they put up for the Pope. And it was here when he was there. He's holding the keys.
That's more than rain and fingers. Somebody made a sign that God used.
Alright, coming up to the outside of the modern day church. And let's head on in and see what we can see.
Okay, what you can see here, this is the modern church that was ready in the year 1995 to 1997, about 10 to 8 years ago. And it was built and shaped like a boat. You see it stand on 8 pillars. Why 8? What is the number 8 symbolizing? Not far from here, the Sermon on the Mount. Who are the 8? The Beatitude, the 8 Beatitudes. Octagonal. So you see in the shape like a boat, and it's an active church. People pray and using that for service. But they did it so good that we can see the authentic, the original, the old ruins of here. The house of St. Peter would be over there. At the 4th century, in the year 350, Queen Helen, she will build a church, a large one that you see the black wall here, all this size, square wall all the way around. That was the size of a church. Can you imagine? Try to visualize how big church it will be. But when she built this large church, the Jews built
pretty fascinating.
Longer wall synagogue. You see the white synagogue that was built, and it was very high. You see the 5 doors. That was the basilica design. The central door and 2 small on the side. There was an upper roof on top for women. The women's section was from the top. And on the side was a special room for banquet. There were 2 doors in there.
Here's the aerial view of the area where we're at, with where I'm standing is on the upper left there.
When he will be bar mitzvah, when they get married, there will be marriage. Any event in life, they will do it usually.
Section B.
And they serve first the pray, and after that they will celebrate in the banquet hall.
And over here,
over there,
the house of St. Peter, composite plan,
it was built with the white stone that was
coming on down.
Because here it was called Volcano Mountain, but it's called the Basalt Rock. This is the rock. It's very hard for chisel to work with that. It's much harder rock than limestone. Limestone is a stone that you bring from the Galilee, like in Nazareth area and the region of the Galilee.
And a centurion came to him beseeching, saying, Lord, my servant lieth sick at home, sick of the
This is to the left of where I was. Black basalt. What's remaining here?
The word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me, and I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he does it. When
And
Jesus
then up
heard it,
above
he marveled. He
is
said
the
unto them
white
that followed,
synagogue.
Verily, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. I say unto you that many shall come from the east and the west, and shall sit down with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast into outer darkness, and there shall be weeping and wailing, gnashing of teeth. Jesus said to the centurion, Go thy way. As thou hast believed, so be it.
It would be very high. The building, the structure was a giant building at that time. So you can see a nice model of that, how it was
So
built.
here
You see inside
is the white synagogue that was built
There is a
up on.
nice viewpoint to take a picture of the city from the top, from here. From here you get a nice picture over the city.
And I think the best thing to do is just to, I'll just walk with you on inside with the rest of the group.
So from here you can see a nice way of how the city would be looked like in the time. Houses, street of the city.
Standing here inside the synagogue, this is what it looks like. Alright, standing outside the white synagogue. We'll go back in just a second, but I wanted you to see this area that I showed you earlier from the opposite side is the ruins of the city. And so this is exactly the kind of thing that would have been around at the time of Christ. They excavated this section of the city of Capernaum. And of course, right there again is Peter's house with the Franciscan church built over it on the 8 pillars. Back in the white synagogue, looking toward the entrance where we came in. Here's a view to the east in the direction of the Sea of Galilee. And here's our group gathered around.
Another thing I would like to share it with you is how this is a big size synagogue, but what will happen if many people come and want to see? Where are the seats for all the crowd? That's not enough. There's only people sit on the side. What about the rest? How you can put here cushions? All people bring the chairs with them from their home.
Okay, we're going to walk on into the eastern section here.
Everybody? Okay, here we can see the banquet hall.
The banquet hall.
Where you are standing was indoor, outdoor. And the indoor part would be here. Actually, would be protecting the views all the way around. This is interesting because you can see all the pillars, all the columns that were around, except the cornerstone. The cornerstone was in the shape like a rock. Look at the way it's spread here, and it comes like this, and spread from the other side. In the shape of a heart. This is the cornerstone, exactly. People are put together, but it's not put together. It's chiseled like this, one piece of stone. Let's go around. We see the new excavation over there, the new dig.
Here's the remains of the mosaic that was used over at the Jesus Boat Museum to show you an example of the boat. It was found in Magdala. And basically what we've got here are some various pieces of, out of the excavations, artifacts that they've found.
It's really unusual size of coney. Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm going to come around and I'm going to show you the, I think it's a rock hyrax, or what they would call a coney.
There's another one over there.
And there he is. He's sitting right up there. And he's checking us out.
See the coney and the animal up on top. It's called a coney.
Yes.
Here's a section over here where we've got a few columns. And this one says, Alphaeus, the son of Zebediah, the son of John, made this column. May it be for him a blessing. This is right next to the olive press that Dad took a picture of all those years ago. There it is there. And you put your olives in there. And then, of course, you're going to do this in a circle as you crush the olives. Here's some columns with the carvings. These are all limestone. There you can see the Star of David that's been carved in right there. This is all part of the various things that they've excavated, and they have put them here on various slabs. Gives you an idea of the things that they found that were a part of the city and the synagogue, stretching all the way on down. This is in front of the Franciscan church. Here's another section carved out of the limestone. This is the Ark of the Covenant, and it's being moved. You can see the wheels there of the cart as it's being changing location. Glad we had a guide to point out some of these things. If you're on your own, you wouldn't have any idea really what you were looking at. One last view of the statue of St. Peter that was placed here before the Pope came to visit. I didn't get a very good shot of this earlier on because of the crowd. So here he is, staff in one hand, the keys to the kingdom in the other hand. And so we finished up Capernaum, and here we are. Started to rain a little bit, but now it looks like the sun is breaking through the clouds. And we're headed back up the highway toward the bus. Let me just take you back real quick. I didn't get a chance to do this when Dad had the book, but this is the white synagogue that you were just looking at Capernaum. And I wanted you to get a feel for the reconstruction. This is what it would have looked like back in the other time. You got this whole other section up here that was that you can't really appreciate was there, and
It's the women's section.
the women's section. Back behind that wall, there was a staircase that led up to get up to the top of that. So that gives you a perspective of what the thing looked like back when there was a lot more to it.